So what makes great content?
In this video, we're going to be talking about 4 essential elements of good and great content for social media and YouTube.
Coming up. What's up guys, Benji here.
Sean here.
And this is Video Influencers, helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online video.
And in this video, we're talking about 4 essential elements for creating really good content. And these 4 tips actually come out of the new book, Ask Gary V. And Gary V has actually been one of the biggest kind of inspirations in our lives. This is a must-read book for every influencer. And when we read that particular part and we saw these 4 things, we thought, man, these are super relevant for you influencers that are creating content and specifically for your videos and our videos.
Number 1, it appeals to the heart.
Yeah, and I think to us, this means that it touches the emotions.
Yep.
And really, I think that there's a why behind it. One of the things we learned was we actually started Video Influencers saying it'll help you build your influence and your income. And we stopped there.
Yeah.
And we did that for about a year, and that's true. I'm sure that you want to grow your followers and you want to, of course, make a living turning your creativity into a career. But we actually added another I, and you might have noticed that we've been saying it also increases your impact. Because ultimately, we wanted to tap into our why, and that is spreading messages that matter with online video. We believe the greatest way to spread messages around the planet right now. And so that was tapping into kind of a why. And our hope and our goal is to not just hit the practical, but the emotional when it comes to the content that we're producing.
I think I can relate to this topic because me personally on my food channel, I was so inspired by people on TV as well as people on YouTube, and I wanted to share my inspiration for food for other people, so hopefully I could inspire other people to have that deep love and passion for food. And that's why I created my channel. I think at the end of the day, people just want to know you care, right? And that you want to help them out.
So the best way to maybe apply this would be to include your why with whatever you're doing. Even if what you're doing is incredibly practical and it seems like there's nothing super emotional about it, there is, because you care. It's your passion. So what is your why? Weave that into your videos.
Number 2. It's shareable.
The best thing to do here is to ask yourself the question of your own videos and your own content. Would you click the retweet button?
Absolutely.
Would you click the share button on Facebook? Would you want to tell somebody about it?
Why do people share viral videos? Like, what is it about the viral video that makes it so shareable? Why do people retweet it? Why do people hit the share button on Facebook, right? Why are people taking a YouTube link and just pumping it out there on their social media platforms? That's a question I like to ask myself of those viral videos and the lessons we get from it. Is it funny, right? Is it entertaining? Is it like a life hack? Is it something that can help you out in your life or in your friend and family's life? So there's a lot of reasons why those videos go viral. I think that's the key here for, is it shareable?
I totally agree. Shocking videos go viral.
Shocking videos.
Whoa, this guy just jumped off the building and he flew into a manhole and he jumped into a speedboat and now he's in, Belize. You're like, that's crazy. So you hit the share button. But I like that you said, valuable or helpful, because I know sometimes when I have content like this kind of like education content, how to use online video and get results. I'll tag people, and you probably do the same. If something's like, whoa, hey, you need to see this because this guy's breaking down something that's specific for your niche, or this girl is, putting out some content that's really helpful. Look at how she overcame this challenge. And so is it shareable? Just kind of putting your own content through that framework is brilliant, Gary.
Number 3, it's native to the platform on which it appears.
So it's probably important first to define what does native mean. And so we looked it up. Native content actually means the experience follows the natural form and function of the user experience in which it was placed. The way we kind of look at it is the rules and the culture of the platform. For instance, on YouTube, video, and Facebook, it should be 16 by 9. Yep. And you're probably frustrated when you're like, you shouldn't be shooting up and down. Turn your phone sideways. Shoot it 16 by 9. Shoot it widescreen. But Snapchat's culture and rules is entirely different than that. This is actually wrong on Snapchat, and going up and down is right. And so Gary's actually like a huge expert in that, and a huge book that also impacted us was Jab, 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 Right Hook, which was all about being native to the platform on which you're on. That the rules of Instagram, it's different there than it is on Twitter. It's different than Pinterest. And so definitely being native, contextualized to whatever social network you're on.
I think the key word from that definition is user and the user's experience. I think one thing that I do when I'm creating videos, and I know Sean and I think of, is what is the person sitting at the desk or looking at their phone, how is it that they're actually experiencing that platform? And if you realize what that is and how that is, it's gonna help you create content that's native to the platform based on how they consume that media.
And one of the biggest mistakes that people make all the time is just creating one piece of content, but then automating sharing through all the other platforms. And so if you just create just one YouTube video, and you might have discovered this, that if you create a YouTube video and you try to share that link on Facebook, it just doesn't work.
No.
What works better is actually uploading that video natively to Facebook, but what works even better is creating content specifically for Facebook.
Yep.
And so one of the things that we've been doing for video influencers is we're taking just snippets, shorter clips of our videos here and putting those uploaded directly, native, to Facebook in an attempt to be contextual to the platform there. And number 4, it breaks through the noise.
And I think a great example of this are some of the YouTubers we've interviewed on how to break through the noise. I know in such a crowded space, how do you stand out? And my favorite is Casey Neistat. I think he came into daily vlogging when tons of people were starting to daily vlog, already starting to daily vlog, and he really stood out with his quality, with the type of very artistic, very real cinematography he brought to his daily vlog, and that's one way he stood out. Another one I love is Byron Talbot. We interviewed him about his food recipe videos, his cooking videos, and how he brought that high-end production, that TV quality to his YouTube channel when featuring his food, and helped him really stand out in a space that's getting more and more crowded with people doing recipes on YouTube.
Yeah, so great questions to ask is how can you be different? How can you be unique? And one of the examples I can think of is when I was talking to Shalene Johnson, and she was actually talking about early on, she was doing fitness DVDs, and all the fitness DVDs were doing it a certain way.
Yeah.
And what she did was she brought the behind the scenes, the bloopers, the raw, the real. That's like common now in YouTube, all kinds of places.
Yeah.
But it was brand new for the time that she was doing it. So it was answering that question, how can I be different? How can I stand out? When all the noise is saying sometimes the same thing, how do you stand out from all that noise? And I think another thing to do, and this has actually been a challenge for me, but is to really pick a fight and pick a side. If you stay gray, you just kind of fade into the background. But if all of a sudden you have a bright color, even if people don't like it, then it stands out. And so we see that with politicians. You see that when you pick a side and you actually go to one of the polar sides, it draws out haters. 50% are probably not gonna like it, but the content that stands out is polarizing. It picks a fight, it picks a side. And so how can, with your videos, can you stand out by maybe not being so neutral, but playing to the extremes a little bit? That's a good way to break through the noise.
Question of the day, what do you think makes great content that breaks through the noise? Put it in the comments area.
And remember that some of the best tips, feedback, and perspectives come from you, the video influencers community. And so we want to connect with you down there, but also everybody else, connect in the comments area. And also, we'll post up a link to Gary's book in the YouTube description. We just wanted to share a few of our 2 cents, but this thing, he's like the grandfather of social media. Tons of content inside of this book that'll help you build your channel, build your influence, build your income. And so don't sleep, pick this book up. We'll link it up in the description below. And
exciting news, we're gonna have Gary V on this show next month. So Gary, very excited to have you on. And again, we just love what you've taught us through all your books, and absolutely must read, check it out.
So thanks so much for checking out this video. Definitely subscribe for more videos just like this one.
Video influencers, helping build your influence, income, and impact with online video. I'm kind of maxed out though where my knee is, you know?
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?